don't give a shit about local. Where you try and bring people here now?
No, just something different.
It's not a bad idea
I know. Something different. We'll talk local.
to bring people here.
Local, Allegheny County, Maryland, Cumberland, Maryland, Frostburg. That's us.
Hey,
Even though we don't live in any of the cities.
we're outskirts people.
Yeah, we live on
We
the
know
out.
better.
Yeah, you don't want to live in the city,
People sitting on your front porch smoking crack now.
right?
All run them off.
Well, at least in Cumberland,
Tapped on
it's
the
all
window.
the
Tapped on the window.
homes that are falling apart that need torn down.
Well, they're tearing a lot of them down.
They need torn down.
But there's a lot going on.
Oh yeah, you can't go downtown.
I haven't been downtown in a while. I have to admit I haven't.
I haven't either.
I got to get down there. I want to get down there and see what's been done, and stop in some places because those people down there, they do need help.
Oh, they need money.
Yeah, they need business down there. They need help, and
Like I haven't seen if anything else is closed up, like the Baltimore Street Grill.
but I haven't really been going out anywhere really and drinking or anything heavily. So I don't go down. I don't get down there to eat or drink, and that's what's down there. But there's some new places coming in. Of course, I think the creamery's open now down there, Queen City Creamery.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of places going in, but the problem is you can't get there.
Not right now.
You can't walk down there.
Well, yeah, you can. There's a walkway to get
There
up
is,
and
but
down.
it's horrible.
Well, yeah,
All
it's
the
horrible.
construction.
But put up with that to help the locals out.
Yeah, that's true. I can agree with that.
There's a barber shop going in. There's a boutique going in, all in that Rosenbaum building.
Yeah.
They're not open yet, though, I don't think. And I don't know what else.
I mean, it's pretty down there. Like
the Whitewater place, the Whitewater Park will be going in.
That's going to be awesome.
The river walk.
They put that river walk in with the
would-
whitewater rafting. It's going to be great.
Well, you said they got the money for that.
They do. They got half the money.
It looks like that's going to happen.
Yeah, they got to spend it.
I think the last time we mentioned the rewatering of the canal, and I think a week after we talked about that, it was on. It was in the news that they're going to continue forward with that too, the rewatering of the canal.
Yeah, they're gonna.
So, yeah, a lot going on downtown. If you don't like the mess, I understand.
Should be done here in about. Let's say probably by
October.
End of summer.
October.
It'll be finished.
I think they're calling October. Somewhere around
I mean,
that
it'll
area.
be nice. It was nice before.
I've seen pictures, but I'd like to get down and look. I'd like to see how it's laid out, how it's going to come together, and how it's laid out. Because it's going to be open to traffic on one end.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm anxious to see it when it's done.
Yeah, me
Public
too.
bathrooms.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah, there's public bathrooms.
Just got to keep the freaking vagabonds off there.
I think they'll be able to manage that. Here's what they need to do too. It's time to bring back the foot patrol, especially downtown.
Yeah, they don't have any.
Put a couple cops down there just moseying around. Why not?
We might not have the staff for it. You know,
They
what I
got
mean?
parking maids running every damn where. Why can't they have a couple cops? They
They're
got
everywhere.
them dudes running around throwing $25 on every windshield.
Everywhere.
It ain't recorded.
Yeah.
And then, which is ridiculous. And I'm going to say it. Open it up for free parking. You just said you can't get to the damn place now, and then when you do find a spot, you got to pay for it. I think it's ridiculous. Open it up.
Kind of is.
Open it up. At least till this mess is over.
What they really need is the Cumberland Times building. The
What do you want to do with that?
It needs leveled so you can park.
Well, they got that whole lot behind it, and I don't think anybody's allowed to use it, or do you got to pay there, too?
I think you got to pay there. Yeah, I know, right?
You shouldn't have to pay down there for nothing. And park. I mean, even Frostburg in the holidays, they open it up free parking.
I think it's weekends, too.
They decorate the damn meters.
Yeah, on weekends, I don't think you have to pay to park.
Not Cumberland. No, it's too important. You got wannabes running around down there slapping parking tickets on everybody.
Everybody, man.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, everybody. You better pay to park, or you're going to get a ticket.
I was going
pretty
to park
rough.
up at the end and just walk down through.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know where
That'd be fun.
Where McDonald's sits and then walk down through.
Yeah, it'd be all right. But I think that water
Did
park.
I hit everything that's going in?
Yeah, that water park's going to be amazing. It'll draw a lot of people here.
Oh, we got that Rock the Mountains is coming this summer. They're going to do that again.
Oh yeah, Wing Off.
Big bands coming into the area for that.
Wing Off
going on.
Wing Off has like Sawyer Brown.
At Delfest.
Delfest will be right around Memorial
Day, and it always seems to rain.
And then right after that, yeah, it always rains. And Wing Off's right after that.
Everybody gets a muddy ass mess.
We go to Vegas, and when we come back, it's a Wing Off.
Wing Off, yeah. Tri-State Wing Off, isn't that what they call it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, something like that.
For JC's.
Yeah, in 1812, they got things going on. It's going to be a good summer.
I think so.
Even though downtown is being reborn, it's going to be a good summer, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Anything else? Did you need to add anything to that?
No.
Did I miss anything?
I don't think so.
Did I get it all?
Yeah, well, maybe.
I'd mention the fair, but
I don't go to the fair.
I don't like.
I'm not
the
a fair person.
So I'm not mentioning the fair.
Not.
See, they don't like it either.
Yeah, they don't like the fair.
I hate that fair. So
yeah, I'm not a fair guy.
move along.
I get sick on all them rides. I can't do that.
Go for a sausage.
I would do that. I go over for an Italian sausage.
Italian sausage and roll out.
They're good.
Heritage Days be going on
up on Washington Street.
Yeah, that'll be nice. Going on.
Well, no, maybe I don't know.
Where are they going to put that?
You can't
Didn't
get downtown.
They went downtown.
It's all the way downtown.
Down on the
whole
mall,
thing.
didn't they?
Yeah.
See, up on Washington Street. Maybe they'll just go further. But then they got to fix the bridge.
Yeah, I know, right? Can't get across any of the bridges. Freaking trains destroyed them all.
So, I don't know. A lot going on.
Yeah,
go check it out. Help them out downtown.
It's a nice little town. It is. It's a pretty little town. Same
I think
Frostburg. Frostburg's a real pretty town.
I think it'll be pretty down there once it's complete. Everything is complete. I think it's going to be something to see.
Yeah, I think it'll be nice.
And I think it'll do a lot of those people a lot of good down there in the beginning because everybody's going to want to see it too. Everybody's going to be running down there. They're going to want to hang out and see.
Well, I mean, they used to do like Friday after 5. See, here's a problem too with that. So I honestly think like this is a big alcohol county. Like this county.
I ain't so sure about that now.
I'm going to have to say between the weed and the alcohol, this is a party freaking town.
Yeah, come on down.
So like downtown, why you don't allow open container to walk around to the bars?
Well, they do, but
only on
certain events.
Certain events.
They don't open it up until
why they don't do that like
I don't know.
Fridays or Saturdays and say, hey, because on Fridays they would have Friday after 5 with bands down there.
Right. Yeah,
so, I mean, if you wanted to draw people here, everybody knows everybody drinks in this town. You know what I mean?
They do.
Just let them drink. What's it matter anymore?
Yeah.
People run around with weed, and when you're not there, the freaking people addicted to drugs are down there hanging out. You know what I mean? The homeless are down there. So
yeah, they're running around.
What's the big deal? I don't. It's 2024, man. What's the big deal? Let them run around with alcohol. And if you let them run around with alcohol, you will get a ton of people to come there.
Right. Here's another thought. How about putting some more licensing out, too?
What do you mean?
Well, there's only so many liquor licenses issued in Allegheny County, and
you
got to buy one off of somebody else to get one.
Yeah, you do.
So just issue some more.
You do that. But, I mean, honestly, if you want that place to get busy, let people drink and walk around.
And issue some more.
Yeah, and give a couple more out. Why not? You know, you're not hurting anything. All you're going to do is help.
What's wrong with having bars on the mall?
Nothing.
I don't think
There's nothing wrong with that. Wherever you go, like you go to New Orleans, look at it.
Oh my God!
You can walk around anywhere. I go to Key West.
They got to shut that street down there, and that. Now, I'm not just talking Mardi Gras. I'm talking every night.
Every night.
Every night.
Even like I go to Key West, right? You can walk around all up and down freaking Duval Street with a beer.
I don't know if we would ever get to the Bourbon Street status.
No, we wouldn't.
Bars, but
it would be. How do you put it?
Open it up though.
Yeah, why not? Like.
Let them license.
Back in the day, so let me get this straight, right? Back in we want to hide the alcohol containers so people don't see them.
Yes.
But you can get on your phone, a freaking 12-year-old, and probably pull up porn.
In a minute.
In a half a second.
In a minute.
And we're going to hide a beer from a kid. Yeah. Like, are you out of your mind?
Yeah, I agree.
Like, you're out of your mind at this point in 2024.
I don't see porn being shown downtown.
Yeah, I don't either, right? Which is a great thing. But I mean, it's just the point.
You know what I mean? Shocker,
like
but
when you give them kids a phone, you have just gave the your kid to the world when you do that.
Right.
So there is nothing that children nowadays, like we grew up, we were sheltered compared to the kids nowadays.
Well, but just like I said, the information highway nowadays.
You know, and if you don't want, like, or at least say, hey, all right, starting at 5 o'clock, you can go and it's open container downtown. Just go ahead. You know what I mean? At 5 p.m. Anything before that, no. But at 5 p.m., no problem. Or 6. And then you will get a lot of business in there because people will just mosey and walk around, and they'll go to all the shops down there.
I agree.
I mean, they would do that in a heartbeat. But
I agree.
when you sit there and say, no, well, okay.
Only on certain events.
Only on certain events. And those certain events get busy.
They
so
do.
Just imagine if you did that on a regular basis. It would probably be busy a lot. And you just draw people in there. But, you know, the Cumberland is just, I mean, it's so backwards. It's so backwards.
Backward thinking.
Yeah, like they don't want to, I mean, they sit there and talk about, we want to have this and we want to have that, but you don't want to do the things that everybody else in the country, in a town, do to make it that way.
Right.
Like you just want to leave things the way they are and just hope and pray. Well, it doesn't work that way.
No. I think they need new thinking. Thinking.
Yeah, they need
when
to
it
change
comes to downtown.
They need to change some laws.
Well, and some rules.
Get rid of some laws, make a couple
rules.
more. You know, like be proactive, you know, and the big one is let people drink and walk around and go shopping and walk up and down. Like, here's the thing. If you're going to put in a river walk, tell me that people wouldn't want to have a beer and walk down the damn river walk in this county.
Agree.
If you don't let them do that, you are going to get a quarter or an eighth of the people to come.
Right. Did you see that they opened up for drinking at Constitution Park?
Well, they're thinking about it.
But you got to buy a permit to be able to drink. Mm-hmm. And
$50.
One of them said, I can't remember which councilman said, well, they're drinking up there anyway. So,
oh man, there's all kinds of drugs floating around there and everything else.
They're drinking up there anyway. So why not make money?
Yeah, what's a beer matter at this point? So, you know what I mean?
Let them drink.
As long as you're not driving, what the hell does it matter?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
If you're not driving, it does not matter.
So, you know.
And I can tell you this right now: do not drink and drive in Cumberland.
No, don't.
You will get smacked.
Don't do that.
That is not smart. You make
there's
sure
cops everywhere.
Yep. So. Make sure you get a driver and go have a great time.
Yeah, don't drive.
But honestly, I think they need to open that up. Why wouldn't you? You know, I just don't understand that. Like every place I travel out of town,
just
out of town. It's all like that.
It's a good point.
And there's a bunch of people. It's not just a few. You know what I mean? Like there's a bunch.
I know.
So
it gets crowded down there.
You know,
when
think
they do
about
those
it.
crawls.
You know, most of your parents, right? And I can attest to this. Most of your parents, you know, they go bust their ass all week long, right? And then they, what do you call it? They come home on a weekend. Maybe somebody has the kids. Maybe their kids are 14, 15 years old, and you know, they want to go out and have a good time and a beer and whatever and go to a restaurant and walk around and look at the shops. And you know what? It's nice to sit there and have a beer and relax and walk around and see all the stuff. And, you know what I mean? Walk and go look at the river. And
it's a good thought.
You know what I mean? And if you don't want to do that, then you're just closing that off to the people. That's not an option. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they open that up, then they, you know, then issue the more license because there's going to be selling. They're going to be selling the hell out of it.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah,
they are.
They're going to sell the hell out of it.
Oh yeah, they are. And all the shops down there.
You can't tell me that some of these breweries that are in the area, if they opened up drinking on the downtown mall,
they would be there.
They would have a booth or something down there selling beer.
Yes, every weekend, all week long.
Every day.
You know, so if you
selling something.
Honestly, it's in their best interest to do that. And it's into the best interest of all the entrepreneurs that are down there that have businesses for them to do that. Even the guy who's just selling clothes or the person who's selling, you know, the pawn shop or a jewelry store. It's worth it because people are going to walk around.
Right.
Otherwise, you're just going to go to a restaurant, eat, and leave.
It's time for forward thinking downtown.
Oh, absolutely.
I agree.
And
I agree.
I mean, they do okay, but you know, here's the problem too. Like, they don't pay any of the Cumberland City elected officials. They get nothing to do it. You might as well doing it for free.
Oh, well, yeah, they don't make anything.
It's like $8,000 a year.
You don't make anything.
$7,000 a year.
No,
you don't
they
make anything. So that means
to
if
do
you don't
that job.
Yeah, if you don't make anything, that means you're putting forth very little effort.
Well,
because
I'd like to think that they get in there not for the money. I would hope.
But you're also thinking, look, this guy's got a full-time job, kids and everything else, and he's doing that.
And putting in his time.
Putting in his time. So there's only so much he can do based on his time.
And under public scrutiny.
Yes, under everybody giving you a lot of shit. Like Dave Norman will light you up if you mess up, which I'm all for it.
All for $8,000 a year.
All for $8,000 a year. You know what I mean?
Line them up. Who's ready?
Yeah, I just don't understand.
I understand,
but
I know where you're going.
At some point,
you would say the job would be better done if the wage reflected.
Was up. Yeah, why not? Because then you'd have someone full time, and they could sit there and be like, "All right, look, we need to look at all these laws."
The economy, we don't have the economy.
We don't.
That.
Like our county's $13 million.
No, we
they just froze.
You and I, we don't even live in town. So
no, the taxes,
but
man.
So
the property taxes are so bad that
it's not economically viable to pay somebody to do that job right now.
Right,
but we could get there.
Oh yeah, well,
with the forward thinking.
Yeah, right. Like if you opened up the downtown, hey, you could throw a little tax on there if you wanted. Do you know what I mean? Like if you want to participate, look, if you want to participate, you could tax it like a 1%, and the city will do freaking amazing. You know what I mean? Like you throw a tax on whatever. Hey, look, if you want a beer, we're going to do an extra 1% tax every time you buy a beer.
See, I think that would be really cool to have that mall open to traffic through the day and have it get so crowded in the evening that you would have to shut it down.
Yeah, and it's every summer. It's summer, spring, summer, and fall. You shut it down. And you know what?
Because it's so crowded that you got to utilize the street.
But honestly, people want to do that. They want to go and they want to relax and walk around and have a beer and
without scrutiny of it.
I mean, I could walk around all of Key West with a beer. Did not matter. Nobody cared.
Well, they got cameras everywhere down there now anyway. Just let them do it.
Right?
I agree. Let them do it. Let them do it.
I mean, it's 2024.
Let them do it.
I mean, if we shut down the interstate for weed, we literally shut down the interstate for weed.
We closed the ball for
literally. You can't have a beer walking around town.
Downtown.
But you know what? You can smell that weed. People walking around, but even though you're not supposed to do it in public, come on now, dude. We all know better.
Are you talking about walking anywhere in town with a beer?
No, just all downtown. Where
all
the shops
area.
are, to Canal Place.
I was going to say, because I just see Liberty, Maryland Avenue.
No.
They're throwing their beer bottles in the street.
No.
Just downtown.
Just downtown.
Right,
like Liberty Street, Baltimore Street, over at Canal Place.
True
and that's
meeting.
it. The train station. Do you know what I mean? Like
we'd have the rebirth of the Wino.
Right?
You know.
But I
mean, just
at
downtown.
At this point, you just give it a shot and see what happens.
Right.
Why not?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't you try it?
But
the problem is
they do try it. They try it for the events.
Well, they do. But you know what? They can change all that and say, you know what? We're going to do it this way, and we're going to try it and see if it works. And if we have way too many problems, then we'll stop.
Right.
You know, but we're going to give it a whirl.
I agree.
You know, why wouldn't you try things? You got to try new stuff.
Especially when all this stuff is finally complete and everything's in full swing. You've got to do that. I mean, from the Whitewater Park to the canal.
Yeah, why wouldn't you do that?
Down to the train station, to the steam. You know, the train itself.
Yeah, and here's the thing too:
the canal park, and then over to the mall and up the mall. Right? It should all be open.
So, like in Key West, in Key West, you could have a beer. But if you don't want bottles, say, hey. No problem. Put it in a plastic cup.
They make plastic bottles.
You know, so people will do whatever you ask if you allow that.
There isn't one piece of glass in any major league ballpark in this country, and they're all plastic bottles.
We can go sit in a stadium with 70,000 people, but you can't have a beer downtown with 9,000 people living in that town.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
I agree. Like your point, your point is made. I got you.
Like,
you're right.
On. And the signage, right? Here's another thing.
Oh, you're not going to go there.
Yes, signage, right? So when you drive down to Baltimore, or you go up to West Virginia or Pittsburgh, you see You go to the college, right? The community college downtown. They got these real nice, big, freaking LED screens, right?
With
advertisements.
I know. Not
but
downtown.
You know what? You can't have any anywhere down there.
No.
And it's right off the interstate, goes right through that freaking thing, across town bridge.
Nothing on top of the buildings.
And you can't have nothing.
Nothing on top of the building.
When you can't have nothing, it looks like nothing's going on.
Down
Why
there.
would I want to stop? There ain't nothing happening.
Unless you're a ghost hunter.
Right? Why do I want to stop? What for?
No neon, no nothing.
No nothing.
No nothing.
You can't have nothing.
Nope.
And what you can have is like something the size of a freaking sheet of paper.
It would look.
You want an LED screen? It's gonna be this big.
It looks too trashy down there if you allow all
right?
that. No, it don't.
No, it don't.
Draws attention.
It looks like something's happening here.
It draws
man,
attention.
Let's stop here. Instead of
see, that's your commissions down there that's running the show. They're the ones that make the rules. They're the ones that tell you what you can do and what you can't do with your building.
Yeah.
And that you're right. All that needs to change, or we need to get some younger folk running that thing and some forward thinking.
You know what? I don't.
You got to let these people operate.
They don't want to change any of the laws because you know why?
You got to let them.
You don't want to know why? It takes work.
Well, yeah. Well.
And you have people who are elected who don't have time to do that.
And a lot of times
because they don't want to pay them.
Well, a lot of people don't want to be the first one through the barbed wire either.
No, but I mean, why wouldn't you change stuff? Just because, and here's the thing, those laws, man, were written in 1971.
Which laws are we talking about?
Signage laws.
Yeah.
1970s.
Okay. I know.
Like 1970s.
And here's another thing. Isn't it some of the cheapest rent around, too, down there? Right now, per square foot.
Yeah, right around here is reasonable.
Per square foot downtown's pretty reasonable price.
Yeah, I can tell you this much. Like I just looked at a building up on Washington Street, multifamily, and their rents for a 2-bedroom are about $1,100.
That's not bad.
That's cheap. That's normal. Yeah. 1 bedroom was $900. So I mean that's normal rents right now. I'm just
talking commercial retail, but it's reasonable downtown.
Oh yeah, it's reasonable. It's not expensive for a business. But
I need to get down there and I want to have a look around. I do. I want to see what they're doing. I do.
Take a mountain bike.
No, I think it's hard enough walking.
Yeah, right.
Because I think it's like gravel and stuff.
It is. It's all gravel and fenced off.
The pictures I've seen. I'm not taking
Facebook, man. That's where
that's where I've seen the pictures. If
you are in a small town, you get all your news from Facebook.
Oh yeah, that's what I say. It hits 3 seconds.
You know, yep. If you were in a small town, and here's the thing too, man. Like everybody in town, small town famous. Everybody.
Oh, in some way.
Yeah, everybody's famous in a small town, man. Everybody.
I'm not famous.
Oh yeah, everybody knows you.
No, they don't.
You worked at a place with 1,000 people. Everybody knows you.
I don't work there anymore.
No, you retired. But you know what? Everybody still knows you.
They don't know. I don't know anybody in this town.
That ain't true.
There's lots of people in this town I don't know.
Oh, me too. But you still fault small town famous.
No.
Everybody is.
Maybe.
Everybody.
Maybe.
Everybody's small town famous. I believe that.
Local celebrity.
Yeah, right. That's everybody.
Some of our friends are. Some are in office. It's like this forward thinking we're talking about. We got some heads in there that are like thinkers.
Yeah, they need to just start changing some laws, man. Just because those laws were written in the 70s, the 80s.
Some of those are.
Some of them, dude, were written in the 50s and the 40s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Well, here it's a good. What's going on now? It's a good start. It's a good start, and then we can we'll get to campaigning later here once it's all complete and businesses start going in there and they're still struggling.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's what's.
Then you've got a leg to stand on because you're like, hey, look.
Well, here's the thing, right? So all they did was change the aesthetics of the place.
It's still but structurally too. Underneath everything's new.
They changed the aesthetics, and it's. Will it help? Who knows? Oh, it's that bird who wants to come.
Our bird's back.
His Robin thinks he lives here and keeps trying to come through this window, and he will not quit.
It's been going on for how long?
A month.
Come and try to come in the studio window.
Sit there and peck at that freaking window right there.
I just seen him.
That, or he fell in love with his shadow, or with his reflection.
I think he's trying to make a nest in that.
In the hat, in my straw hat.
You got a hat hanging there.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Yeah, folks, there's a straw hat hanging there, and I think the Robin's trying to make a nest.
I think he is. And he won't quit, man.
And he can't get the concept of glass.
And he drives the dogs nuts because he flies them crashes himself into that window.
He can't get the concept of glass. He don't know what that shit is.
No, it's magic.
Somebody keeps smacking me in the face every time.
Force field up and I can't get there.
He's going back and telling his friends. Every time I try to grab his piece of straw, something keeps smacking me in the damn face.
Yeah, right. That's true, man. I feel bad for the bird.
It out. So it's like fish, you know. Yeah. A fish, when you catch a fish, it's similar to an alien abduction by us, like for us. You know, think of the fish going back and telling his friend, look, man, I'm just swimming along, man. I see a piece of food and I snatch it. All of a sudden, this invisible force starts pulling me upward. Yeah. Then I'm out of the water and I can't breathe. And there's this big, huge thing looking at me and smiling.
Yeah.
All right. That's just like, all right, that's their alien abduction.
That's kind of true. That is. Close encounters.
Then he dropped me on the ground, yanked something in my mouth. I had this incredible pain in my mouth. What? And I don't know what they did to me. Yeah. Thank God they let me go.
Oh, that's funny,
They let me come home.
That's funny.
Just saying, that bird right there, somebody's smacking him in the face every time he's trying to build a nest.
It is. He won't quit, man. He keeps trying to come in here. It's a robin. I'm like, jeez.
Oh, shit.
We were sitting upstairs in the house, and I was like, what the shit?
The
birds are smacking off the windows. I'm like, man.
I seen him yesterday to relieve the security force here. He was banging into the window trying to.
Dogs go out and look like, you crazy. Stop it.
He did it. He just flew into the window as we were talking. So.
He did.
All right. There's our studio drama.
Right.